In Los Angeles, California, the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Hello there, friends! And welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined by a man who has sold off his pants and underwear and is now sucking his boner with his own fucking ass. That's Jeff Clark.
Had to pay my bookie, ran out of money.
And transmitting to us from the deep blue sea, the bearded booger-eating shark known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo. Blah, blah.
It feels weird. This makes no difference to anybody listening, but we're recording the show much later than we usually do, and it's thrown off my circadian rhythms.
This is close to the time we used to record.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Back when we were in
Throwback episode.
our fucking spry 20s or some shit.
Back when I'd be power houring Four Locos. We'd be starting around right now. Shit.
Yeah, through your pee hole.
Man,
Now,
days of the rat poison bottle.
now I'm in the Easter egg fucking choking as I'm trying to take my heartburn pills. Time is a cruel, cruel mistress, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while you got it.
Father Time, undefeated, and we're getting old. Go figure.
Yeah. Well,
What kind of hoagie are you eating?
It's chicken salad with Swiss cheese, tomato, onion, banana peppers, oil, vinegar.
don't listen to him, Jeff. It's fucking tuna and cum.
Sounds kind of good. They lather the chicken salad up with mayonnaise, though, right?
Yes, sir.
Isn't that weird that that's what makes it a salad?
Kind of, but I mean, potato salad's got a lot of mayonnaise in it.
Macaroni.
Macaroni salad.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing in the world. Like, if you have a bowl full of leaves and vegetables, it's a salad. Yet, if you take something and you fucking caulk it all together with mayonnaise, then it is also salad.
It's a salad loophole.
I mean, Miracle Whip is marketed as salad dressing.
Jeff, you are a
Oh my
noted
God.
hater of mayo. What are
Hate
your?
it.
Where do you stand on Miracle Whip?
I don't think I've ever eaten it, not knowingly. I mean,
It's like mayo, but whacker, I think. Excuse me, more
Well,
whack.
isn't it like a less like aggressive tasting mayo? Maybe it would
No,
make it
it's-
more tolerable.
It's tangier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Tang?
Not a fan. The orange juice? Definitely not a fan. Dude, when I was in Illinois last week, I went to this deli the final day I was there called Epic Deli. And I'm pretty sure Ginger either told me about it or heard about it and we discussed it. Like, I don't know if he vouched for it himself, but it is something I thought we talked about. And it has a pretty gnarly menu, gnarly in a good way. It's got a lot of like fat Sal type stuff, type sandwiches, like sandwiches with mac and cheese and chicken fingers and pulled pork. It'll have shit like that.
I enjoy that.
And so the final day I was in Illinois, I wanted to check out this place, Epic Deli, and get it as like my last meal before I flew back to Long Beach. Because I'd eaten pulled pork the day before. I was flying and didn't want to risk taking having the shits on the flight.
Wait a second, but
I play.
are you bummed out taking shits on planes? You always struck me as the guy who's comfortable pooping anywhere there's a toilet.
Okay, I am. The only thing is my fat ass gets really, really like it's a pretty tight squeeze in the airplane bathroom. And then sitting on the toilet is like I need someone to like push me down into it sometimes.
Oh,
I'm
come
not
on.
that fat, but it's,
You're not.
I'm big.
You're not anywhere even close to being that fat.
I just don't like it. I get a little claustrophobic. I don't like it.
See,
I
I
feel
don't
like
like
we've
it.
had this conversation recently.
I'm always nervous that my pee hole is going to graze the side of something and somebody else's pee is going to go up my pee hole and make me sick or make my schlong fall off.
If it was anybody but you with your luck, I'd say you're out of your fucking mind, and that there's no way that something like that's like a 1 in 5 trillion chance.
I mean,
My
have you ever
obesity.
have you either of you guys ever sat down to like take a poop in public and your fucking schlong wax part of the toilet and you're like, ah, god damn it, now I got herpes.
Yeah,
All the
it's
time.
it's not great, but I'm never like, great, I'm gonna die now.
My schlong whacks the toilet before I even sit down.
Stop it.
I
We
flush
all
the
know
toilet
that
with my
it
schlong.
can't reach.
I always actually
Maybe I
sit
just
on
take
my
a
dick.
weird angle into the toilet. I don't know.
So you didn't want to take a poopy on the plane.
No, and my obesity is kind of a blessing in disguise when it comes to me flying. Or maybe I've just had a lot of good luck recently, but whenever um no one usually I'll take like I've for the last like 6 times I've flown, I've gotten the inside seat next to the window.
Yeah.
Someone will sit on the outside and no one wants to sit next to my fat ass in the middle. So I just got the middle seat
Well,
chilling for
is it that nobody wants it because it's you, or was there nobody in that seat? Or like, do they walk up and be like,
Well, I remember you told us the story that one time when that lady did that, like right in front of you.
She did. She did. And that was like 40 pounds ago. Like I was not even that fat. That bitch was just kind of a Karen. But and I always take Southwest, so there's no like reserved seats. It's first come first serve based on like your boarding, the boarding order. So
That sucks.
I don't know. It's just no one ever takes the middle seat, and I'm usually good.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of the times, almost every time I fly, it's not a matter of like, oh, I don't want to sit here. It's like, if that's a seat on your ticket, you're fucking sitting there because every single seat is taken. But I know they're saying that a lot of air travel is down because of, one, the economy being complete shit, and then two, a lot of people are like nervous to fly after all these like crashes and like near collisions on the runways and stuff. So like, I saw some headline recently that like United and JetBlue, which are the two airlines that I fly the most, are like now reducing the amount of flights. Just like, fucking great. This is going to be fun anytime I have to go see the family.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to reduce the price.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
Whoever brought that idea up in the fucking board meeting got fired.
Yeah. Remember when you were flying and you could just like check a bag, and it wasn't
The good old
$75?
days.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went to this place, Epic Deli, and I played it safe. I got the Gambini, which is a cold cut Italian sandwich.
Cheese
It's got
and ham sandwich.
salami, pepperoni. I think
that is something
mortadella.
that should not be fucked up by
Cheese
a
and
deli
ham
in Chicago.
sandwich.
And I also love that
Lettuce.
you went to like a crazy deli and you got the most basic bitch shit ever.
Oh, stop it! There's nothing wrong with an
Cheese and
Italian
ham
hoagie.
sandwich.
I will not
Thanks, Shuddy.
let you get.
Yeah, but
me
if you
shit
go
for
if you
that.
like go to Fat Sal's and you just be like, yeah, just give me like a turkey and American. It's like, what the hell are you going to Fat Sal's then?
But he
If
didn't
that
get
sounds-
turkey and American, so
Yeah, I got something, just as basic.
But Fat Sal's doesn't have anything basic on the menu for me to even do that. I don't think they do. At least I don't remember the full menu.
They have like
This
base
place-
subs, so you can get like an Italian sandwich, but then they'll dump gravy and fucking cheese curds and chicken fingers and onion rings on it.
Right. Well, they had an Italian cold cut hero on the menu. So I was like, I want to play it safe. I like these. There's no way to fuck it up. It's got the Italian meats, provolone, lettuce, onion, tomato, with Italian vinaigrette, cream fraiche. We get it. We go home. I open the sandwich and it's slathered in mayo.
Oh,
And
oh no.
I I didn't behave like a child about it, but I was not happy. I tried to eat around it. I tried to scrape it off. I ended up getting through like maybe half the sandwich and throwing out the rest. You know how hard it is for my fat ass to throw out a half a sandwich
And that's basically just because you hate mayo that much.
because I hate mayonnaise that much.
I mean, and
And
pure on like you did a better job than I would if they put my mortal enemy on it. Like I can't eat half a sandwich that's got onions all over it. So you did a better job than I would have.
I really,
And this is a
eh,
situation where, Kevin, you would have lost your shit because mayo is not listed in the ingredients.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
I'm with you,
And
Jeff.
initially, I wasn't that mad about it. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna like ruin the fucking day for George and her mom and her dog, but I was not happy. I was not happy. And halfway through the flight, I just kept eating at me. And halfway through the flight home, I decided to put this place, Epic Deli, on the permanent ban list. It's there with Red Robin. Red Robin once put mayonnaise on a chicken parm sandwich, and I've never fucking been back. I've never been back, and I never will go back.
Yes.
And that's Epic Deli is permanently banned. I want to leave a shitty review on their Yelp, but I'm not. I'm not going to go internet Karen on them. I'm just going to let
Well,
it.
I just Jeff's little preview into this story that he sent us in the group chat was that he wanted to drone strike this deli.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. You know what? Now that you mention it, maybe I will fucking internet Karen and them and go on Yelp. Just ream them. And now,
You do
even
you,
even if I was like there for an extended period of time and had the time to go get the sandwich either like remade or refunded. I can't. I don't know. I'm not trying to return
the
get
sandwich.
a get a redo of the sandwich and then have them possibly molest my sandwich. So I would have
Dude,
went there.
I share that same fear. Every time like something has to get remade, I'm like, all right, well, someone's mollywomping this. Someone's gonna smack their fucking peckerhead on it or teabag it or do something gross.
There's a 95 to 99% chance that doesn't happen, but I can't as someone who's lost money on things with 99% certainty, there's no way I'm taking that chance anymore.
Well, yeah, I think one time
And
years
it's
ago on an episode of MSPH, we did a random brain question where we were like, what are the chances in your life that you've eaten cum? Like unknowingly. Like the amount of meals at this point in our lives that we've had that were prepared by somebody that we did not watch. Is there a chance that one in those, I don't know, 10,000 meals, someone snuck a little bit of cum into it and we didn't know? Maybe.
There's a there's a better than 0% chance.
I hate that.
I hate it too. Not as much as I
it's
hate
just
Epic Deli.
incredible that they fucked that up because other than the turkey club sandwich, that is the most simple sandwich on their menu.
Yeah. These fucking
Mayo.
Midwesterners, they just love their mayonnaise. Maybe that's what it is. And you know what's weird is I'm really anti mayonnaise on a sandwich or a burger because I do I do like potato salad. I prefer if it were like a mustard mayonnaise blend. I love macaroni salad with plate lunch, like and Hawaiian barbecue. You just put some teriyaki on it and some sriracha, mix it all up. It's fucking bomb.
Sure.
Deviled eggs. I know they got mayonnaise in it. I love deviled eggs, but on a sandwich, I cannot fucking do it. I can't do it.
So what condiment do you normally eat on sandwiches?
Spicy brown mustard or Italian dressing. Like my go-to sandwiches are a cold cut Italian meat sandwich or a chicken cutlet sandwich here or whatever. And Italian dressing works well for both of those. I bought some deli meat and provolone cheese to have sandwiches here at the house and wheat bread, I'll just go with your standard spicy brown mustard on those.
Dude, there's an epic sandwich place. The people that work there are kind of bing boings. But it's called like Jackson Market in Culver City, and they have tremendous bread. And they have really good like fixins as far as like extras you want to dress your sub up with. Now, I know I just made fun of you for going to like a crazy deli and getting an Italian, but like if I'm getting a sandwich or a sub, I kind of like turkey and provolone. And they have like these big, like freshly made French baguettes, and I get it with like peppercini, green olives, garlic aioli, and artichoke hearts. And holy shit, is it good! I want to be like, if I'm ever a successful human, I would like to go in there one day and be like, "Hello, I'm successful filmmaker Kevin Kraft. I eat here a lot. What do you say about taking all these ingredients, throwing it on the menu as the Kevin Kraft?"
Oh yeah, I want a sandwich named after me.
Wouldn't that
That
be
is
sick?
one of my bucket list goals.
Is there anybody that owns a deli that listens to MSPH, and you can just add 3 new sandwiches to your menu? The Jeff Clark, the Kevin Kraft, and the Shuddy Boy?
I mean,
Shuddy Boy
I'm into
just hits his corncob pipe. Well, I do declare,
I like that idea.
I want to
I
do
like
it.
that idea.
That'd be sick. I mean, we did have our own weed strain, 2. MSPH OG and Mad Scientist Party Hour OG. So we've done some pretty cool shit, despite ever being, a successful podcast. Hey, Mark Maron, there's no Mark Maron OG, is there? Huh? There probably is.
He ain't shit. He ain't in our league yet.
Yeah. That's why Mark Maron is retiring his podcast.
Yeah,
Like, shit, I'll
he's
never be
fucking
as
giving
cool.
up. He's a quitter.
I'll never be as cool as those MSPH guys. Got their own. They've smoked themselves. Few people can say they smoked themselves, and we fucking did it.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Jeff. I know how much that sucks. Especially like if you catch it while you're there, that's an easy fix. I'm 100% saying something. But if you get all the way home and you're just like, you're so dead set, I feel like eating, especially if you're hungry around a mealtime, it's almost like when you're racing home and you have to poop. It's like your ass knows that a toilet is near and it starts like weakening itself. So like a lot of times by the time you get to the toilet, it's already like halfway hanging out your ass. And I feel like it's the same way when I get home with takeout. Like I'm so fucking hungry by the time I get there, and I'm like, yes, I get to fucking eat. And then if I open it up and it's fucked, it's just like I can't make another round trip, especially in Southern California. Even a place that's 2 miles down the road, that's a 40-minute round trip, my friend.
For sure. Yeah, but even if I caught it in the moment, I'm not risking it, dude. I'm not risking it. I would just be, I'd just be like, I'll just take a refund. I'll go to McDonald's. I won't say maybe go to McDonald's, but I'll just take a refund. And we'll just make another one. Like, you know what? No, I don't trust that the person back there isn't going to molest my sandwich.
Fair enough.
You guys had your opportunity. You fucked me. Now I want my money and I'm leaving.
You guys have been talking so much about Dave's Hot Chicken that I went and got some, and it was.
I'm introducing Dom to Dave tomorrow when he comes over for What the Fuck Did I Just Watch?
Be sure to have a laminated Heimlich instructional pamphlet in case he, has another repeated hot dog incident.
He wasn't quite sold on the hot box roulette. So that's for you and I, Jeff. That's for you and I.
Let's give it a shot. I'm down.
But I've had Dave's before. I had it with you and Ginger and Deep Voice Mike in Long Beach.
Right.
But I went there and I forget why. I think I'd been eating really well and I was like, some fried chicken for the old boy. Why not? And I hadn't been in there since I went with you, so I forgot what their menu situation was like. And I saw the meals, like the combos, was like, you get fries and a chicken sandwich, or you get chicken tenders, or you can get two sandwiches and fries. And I was like, wait a second, if that's an option, it must be a very common thing for people to get one sandwich and it's not enough. But I was like, I don't want to push it that much. So I just got one sandwich, realized it wasn't enough. Carl had a stressful day. A few days later, she was in the mood for chicken, and I was like, meh. Let's get another dance with the devil. Let's do Dave's hot chicken, because she didn't have any when I went. So this time I was like, I got the medium spice, and I was like, that was good, but not a lot of heat. So I went up a level, and that is a drastic change.
It is a very drastic change. The hot to the medium, like the medium, the rub is almost sweet, and you do not taste that at all once you go to the hot.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's a rub, right?
Yeah,
it's not a sauce, so it sticks in your teeth and on the roof of your mouth.
Oh, it got me good.
So if it's hot, you're gonna deal with it for a while.
And I got 2 sandwiches this time. I was like, I learned my lesson.
Sliders.
I'm getting the 2 sliders this time. And wee woo. I would like bite number 1. Because you know how it almost looks like one of those like piss clams, because there's so much chicken sticking out of one side of the bun that like your first bite is just all chicken.
All chicken.
That bite fucked me up. I saw God.
That heat on their hot is like right at my threshold. Like,
yeah, I mean, it took me 2 bites and I was used to it, but for those first 2 bites, I was doing Lamaze.
Sweating, nose running.
But boy, was it exquisite. That was wonderful.
Dave's a good fella.
He is. I
really
like that
rich
guy, Dave.
now. Super rich.
I want to give him a high five.
Did Carl, does she have a stronger or weaker spice tolerance than you? And B, did she like Dave's?
A, her tolerance is way weaker, which I dunk on her for all the time.
It's weird. As an Asian woman?
Yeah. And I'll eat like something spicy and get right in her face and be like, ha ha, white guys can handle this better. Ha 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 ha. I don't think she likes that.
Takes that well.
But I think she very much enjoyed Dave's. She got the medium and handled it easily. And I even offered. I was like, "Do you want to try my super spicy one?" And she was like, "Fuck no." She's like, "I've never seen you do the breathing like that before, and I eat a lot of spicy stuff with no issue."
Did either one of you guys get a milkshake?
She did.
Really?
Did she get the top loaded?
Sure did. Lucky Charms.
Nice.
I didn't try it, but she said it was great.
Dave's is awesome. And it's close to your place?
Yeah, which is dangerous. I'm gonna have to show some real restraint to avoid defaulting to that one day in a moment of weakness. Because, I mean, even my most recent doctor results, she's like, "Man, you and your fucking cholesterol, dude, you got to get that shit under control." And
did she say it like that? Because that would be sweet.
Yeah. She's a big black lady. She hits me straight with the news. But like,
I want to be your snack pack.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, for the amount of salads that I eat, it is a goddamn hate crime that I have fucking saggy titties. Like, do you see the amount of salads that enter my body? I get over 10,000 steps a day, and I have saggy witch tits. I need to talk to the manager. I'm going Karen.
Yeah, dude.
This doesn't
I
seem
hear
right.
You eat far healthier than me, but like I look like I'm.
Uh oh. I lost you.
It's really
I can hear
Shuddy,
him
do you have
still.
me?
No, you're back.
Yeah.
It just did that fucking stupid thing again. Damn it. That always makes the editing so much harder. Fucking
I'm sorry,
poops.
buddy.
Yeah, it's all right, yeah. Sorry, what were you saying, Jeff?
Just that I'm fatter than like I should be based on how much I eat. Like most of my decisions aren't that obese throughout the day. I do fuck it up at night, which is the worst. is the worst, but I am a fat piece of shit, and I should be a chubby piece of shit.
Yeah, but hey, it's only gonna get tougher, man.
And then when I try to somewhat take it easy, I'll have friends like you and Galoopi and George will bust my balls about only getting one slice of pizza. So, of course, I had to get the second slice of pizza at Home Slice. Or then you're in my ear about the 626 night market, which has been great to us over the years. But my fat ass definitely doesn't need that.
I mean,
And,
it's a yearly treat. We do it once a year.
I
The
know,
fact
I know.
that it's now getting to the point where I have to twist your arm to go, it's just like, man, are you? I know I texted this to you, but like, are you turning vegan? How is going to the 626 night market a chore? It's a fucking wonderful delight.
You know what? Let's revisit this next week. Maybe I will come back around.
All right, fine. For my birthday, I'll get a fucking double blowjob from 2 chicks.
I'm just gonna go there and look for the fucking Dave's tent.
Oh, does McDonald's have a food truck? So this morning, I'm kind of glad that the recording schedule fucked up, because if it didn't, I was going to need to fuck it up. I woke up this morning and went to go to the post office to drop off some John Cooper posters to some fine Puminati members that you can see behind us. And I turned my car on, and it goes fucking haywire, like I'm in a science fiction movie about to get abducted by aliens. Like, all the lights in it started like flickering on and off, on and off, on and off real quick. It started making weird noises at me.
Can you Michael Winslow the noises, please, that it was making?
How do you, Michael Winslow? How do you do that?
He's the
From Family Matters?
No, that's Carl Winslow.
Well,
The
yeah,
guy from
Carl,
Police
Eddie.
Academy
Yeah.
that does all the noises with his,
It went like, oh, now I can't even do it. It wasn't anything like too crazy. It was just fucked up. And then it was clicking at me. And then out of nowhere, the windshield wipers very slowly started moving and then stopped. If this happened in a house, you would be like, I live in a haunted house. This is like the equivalent of like the cabinet doors opening and shutting and flapping all over the fucking place, and the TV turning on and off, and it was bizarre. The brake pedal was like kicking and pushing back at me. I tried to like turn the steering wheel, and the power steering was gone. So I was just like, okay, something is seriously wrong. Maybe my car is just the struggle bus today. So I turned it off and tried turning it back on. Then
the Super Nintendo, huh?
Yeah.
You blowing the ignition.
Okay. So, according to Uncle Google, it is, because it's a Malibu hybrid, right?
it is, yeah.
It says that this is indicative of a low or failing battery.
No! Oh, because I looked that up, and a new battery's like over $3,000
Wait, what?
because it's a hybrid. But hybrid batteries...
No, the car battery.
Oh.
This should be like 150, $200, right?
I thought
And the guy-
What
car...
year is it, Kevin?
What?
And the guy in AutoZone
What
should be
year
able
is
to
it?
do it.
It's 2018. Yeah, I've had this car for like 8 years now, and I got to say, every day feels like the first day. I'm in love. I love this fucking car.
Dude,
Really?
It's the
My-
best. I love it.
Is it an Malibu hybrid?
Yeah.
My battery died. The last time I changed my battery, it died during my second date with my ex-girlfriend. And you remember me telling this on the podcast? I had to have told this story.
I don't remember this.
It was after, I don't even remember what we did, dinner or something. Went back her place. We were, hanging out outside. She wasn't letting me inside, but
Dude, that would be
hanging out
awesome.
outside,
if,
and my
like-
car died as we were sitting there.
That would have been so much cooler, that story, if like that was the first night you guys porked, and you came in like 30 seconds. You're like, oh, I gotta get out of here. And then your car battery dies. Then you have to go back to her house and knock on the door and be like, oh, could you give me a jump start? I know I just nutted in 10 seconds.
Okay, so
Yeah, Shuddy, take it for God's sake. I can't even respond. I think it's stupid.
AutoZone has batteries for your car starting at $180.
Oh, boner time, baby.
Wait a minute. Oh, so where are you standing with the car right now? Is it just in the mechanic?
Oh, I have
Or
no
at the
idea.
mechanic?
Yeah, because I was thinking about it because I even texted you guys about this, and Shuddy was like, well, if it wasn't for the brake pedal kicking you, I would have thought it was the battery. So I even Googled, I'm like, how much does it cost to replace a battery on a 2018 Chevy hybrid? And fucking Uncle Google told me it was like $3,300. And I was like, oh, please
Well, that's
no.
probably replacing the hybrid battery.
Well, I hope it's not that one. I mean, look,
This says it'll be your car battery, your
Okay.
normal everyday 12-volt car battery.
because then I also Googled, I was like, how long should one of these batteries last? And it said like 100 to 150K. And I'm at like 56,000, despite this car being, over 8 years old. The COVID times really helped me out keep the mileage down. But I was like, shit, if this is like the death nail in this car's coffin, like if it's somehow totaled or something, this could be the worst time ever to need a new car. Like, I don't think I've ever been broker, and I think we got like 2 weeks before those like tariffs that went on a 3-month delay actually kick in, and then cars are going to be like $1 million each. Cannot afford that. I need this car to last another presidency.
For sure.
I need this car
to last until the AOC administration.
I need this car to last until it's old enough for R. Kelly to pee on it. and that's 12.
That's only like 1 or 2 more years.
Hey, dude, when I had to get my battery replaced, I bought it at AutoZone, and the guy in fucking AutoZone just put it in my car for me. I think I gave him like $20.
$20 in a dry
They
hand
do
job.
it for free. So, yeah.
You know what? I just didn't want to come off like a cheap bastard, but you're right. I think they did do it for free.
They do. It's a free service if you buy the battery from them, and they'll dispose of the old one.
Kevin, you're going to have to pay the mechanic to tell you that, essentially.
I know. But I've gone to these guys before.
But
So they
but he
might
also
be chill.
couldn't get the car out of the garage to get it to AutoZone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so I couldn't put this car in reverse. I couldn't do anything with it. And it was really, really behaving haunted. That's the best way I can describe this car's behavior was haunted house. And
and let's be honest, Kevin is not changing a car battery without electrocuting himself at least once.
oh no.
Can you change the car battery, Shuddy?
Yes.
I cannot.
I could probably do it if I watched a YouTube video.
I am pretty much as retarded, if not more retarded, as Kevin in these
Can you
sort of
guys
things.
jumpstart cars?
I'm too afraid. I think I could.
Give me a quick Google as a refresher, and yeah. I could be like Andy in that episode of the Office, where I just like hook it up to anything and then sparks fly out everywhere. I'm like, oh well, it's totaled. You're gonna want to save your receipt for that.
Well, I can change a tire.
Yeah, I can do that. I've
Oh,
done.
I
never
got-
mind.
so-
Thought I was
I've
going to
changed-
win some points there.
I've changed my share of tires. I can do that.
So the Passat had
Good
low
Italian car right
profile
there.
had low profile tires, and anytime I'd hit a pothole, I'd blow them out. So I got real good at changing tires.
I'll bet.
It's like I pull over, and it's a 5 to 10 minute process, start to finish, until I'm driving away at this point.
Like the Christmas story with you.
That's pretty quick.
Time yourself.
Yeah.
Training to be in an F1 pit crew.
Well, they just have one lug nut, and they use a gun.
Well, I had to. I did have to call a tow truck, and Shuddy, you haven't seen my new place, but the parking garage is in a lower level, so you have to go down a ramp through a security gate.
When you
And
first said that you're trying to find a tow truck small enough to get into your garage, I was thinking Poop Slime Alley. I'm like, how far do they need to get into the fucking garage to get your car out? But then I was like, oh shit, they moved, so
yeah,
it's probably underground
and
or under the
they
building.
have like one of those like hanging pipes that's like, if you bonk this motherfucker, you're too big to get down there, and the clearance is 8 feet and 2 inches. So I had to call like 3 different tow trucks before I found a place. I was like, oh yeah, we can get in there. So this guy comes down, he checks the car out because he's like, at first he's like, I think it might be the battery. And I'm just like, I don't think it is, but check it out. And as per usual, anytime I have a problem with something, he's like, oh man, I've never seen anything like this. So we get it in neutral, we push it back out of the parking space so he can like hook up to the front of it. And then, he takes a picture of my license and credit card to send to the office so they can charge me for the tow. And then they call him and they're like, hey, that guy's card is getting declined. And I'm just like, well, fuck, I didn't get any alerts. I sign into my app. There's nothing about a declined payment. So I had to call these motherfuckers. And they're like, oh yeah, we did see something that just went to get charged, but they messed up the numbers on the back. They put the wrong like CVS number or whatever the fuck it is.
CVC.
Yeah, they fucked that up. So I'm telling this guy, and he's getting on the radio, and I hear the woman on the radio back to him be like, nope, just try it again, and it's declined. And I'm like, all right, I'm calling these motherfuckers, and I'm gonna keep them on the phone, and I'm gonna put them on speaker and see if we can do some sort of like ham radio CB bullshit and connect these two fucking knuckleheads. And then the woman radios back. She's like, oh, never mind. I fixed it. And I was like, I fixed it. That's cover my ass speak for,
Yeah.
I caught my error.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
So yeah, they got their, dude took off, took my car to the mechanic, and then, I have a dentist appointment tomorrow because remember when I went in for a cleaning and those bastards fucking brushed my teeth and slapped me on the ass and sent me home? I was like, that is
I'm gonna forget.
That is not a dentist cleaning. It's been a few years since I've gotten my teeth cleaned proper. And what I did was I called my dental insurance and I just fucking canceled it. Like, I'm not paying a monthly fee for you guys to send me to fucking Jigsaw's teeth and stuff for all my dental needs. So I made an appointment with a real dentist, and that's tomorrow morning. So I'm like, well, shit, now I need a fucking car. So I took my first ever Whimo today.
Whoa.
Yeah, I took a Whimo to go pick up my rental
that?
car. It was kind of sick.
Wouldn't you just take a Waymo to the dentist?
Because I'm going to my old dentist, and they're in Hollywood. So I have a big drive ahead of me tomorrow morning. That'd be a pricey Waymo. And then, I got a whole bunch of other shit that I have to run around for this week, and Carl's teaches yoga and all that stuff, so I can't always borrow her car. But I will say the Whimo, it was a little nerve-wracking. Like, sitting in a car with nobody at the driver's seat while, the mention of that technology isn't blowing anybody's mind right now. But seeing it firsthand and being, like, in a car with no control, it's a little like, oh, careful.
Is it more or less expensive than an Uber?
Less.
That's kind of nice.
And you don't have to tip. And I don't have, some weird jerk off trying to make small talk with me.
Yeah,
or
no small talk either.
I don't have to smell their BO.
Dude, I like small talk.
Yeah, not me. They always make it weird. It's like, God,
You're a likable guy. The hell?
I don't know. It's like, when you're checking out at Trader Joe's and they make the weirdest small talk possible. Just be like, come on, man, just fucking scan my tomatoes.
No, no, I don't. What are people talking to you about? Do
I
you have
have,
examples?
I don't, but you know what? I'm going to start
Because I
writing them
just went
down.
to Trader Joe's and it wasn't that bad at the checkout. So,
I'm going to start writing them down because I would say more often than not, they have the weirdest fucking small talk possible. Like,
all
and
right.
I'm
Yeah.
struggling to come up with examples, but it happens, and it happens in Ubers too. It's just like, man, I don't have to go through my fucking life story with you. It's like my fucking Uber driver's all of a sudden Barbara Walters. Like, just take me to the airport, man. I'm not spilling my guts to you. So I will say, I'm a fan of Waymo's. It was fucking cool. They play like this very chill, like almost like spa music. That's just like all relaxing, so I don't have to listen to someone's like bitch ass techno. I don't know why Uber
Wait,
drivers like techno so much.
you can't like get the auxiliary cord. You can't put in your own music.
I don't know. I mean, there is an option. Like, I was looking at the touchscreen in the back, and you can like pause the music if you just want silence. But there was also like a skip track, so I don't know if there's a way to connect your phone to it. But I will say it was nice. If Waymo becomes a thing, because I think at this point it's only in big cities, and they have a very limited map. Like when you open the app, it shows you like you're if you're calling it and going somewhere within this map, you're good. Anywhere outside of it, and check back later.
Does it
Fuck
decline
off.
the ride, or do they just get to the end of the map and just stop, and you got to get
It
out?
drops you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an option. You might have to Google an address that's on like the border, and then just put that in and have it drop you off. But I don't know if it catches on, the area expands, the active map, and it stays cheap. It's a sick way to travel. The one of the weirdest things about it though is it gets a little gun shy making rights on red. So we were at a light that we were going to turn.
I think I prefer that. Right? I think
Well,
I
no, because
prefer that.
it was like it was like jerky, like it was like
All right.
going and then slamming on the brakes, going slamming on the brakes. But it got me there in one piece. My rental ended up being a fucking Chevy Malibu. Feels nice. Feels like home.
Feels familiar, right?
But I mean this all happened in the morning, and I have not gotten a single update on my car. And the mechanic is closed. It's 5:30. They close at 5. So I don't. Still no idea what's wrong with my car. But if it's a simple $150 battery switcheroo, I could use a win like that. The tow was a couple $100. Rental car. It's not exactly cheap. So yeah, I'm crossing my fingers, my toes,
Clenching your butt cheeks.
my gonads. Everything's
I've had some
crossed.
I've had some shitty luck in golf recently, and hearing you does kind of cheer me up.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
It's fucking brutal, man. I'm sorry.
Ugh.
That's fine. I mean, the car's 8 years old. It's given me very few problems over the years.
That's a good way to look at it.
If it,
Yeah, that's a really glass half full kind of mentality, which makes me happy that you're feeling that way.
Yeah.
Because
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
I think this is your public statement on the matter, but I fear that you're taking it out on Carl.
she has to wear long sleeves to yoga class from now on.
And a turtleneck. That's not nice, Shuddy Boy. How
I got
dare
in
you?
her ear actually about a documentary that I watched recently called The Mortician. It's on HBO Max. It's fucked up, but it's sweet. I love it.
The
I think
Mortician?
Carl will like it too. Yeah.
And it's a documentary?
It's a
Yeah.
docu-series about this mortician family.
Did you see it?
I've watched the first 2 episodes.
Okay.
So I'm an episode or two behind. But a Pasadena undertaking family who were essentially shoving as many bodies into a crematory oven as they can and just handing out who knows whose ashes to families of the people thinking that like be like you died, we send them to the Lamb Funeral Home to be cremated. We get a box back that says it's your ashes, but you may not have even been in the oven that day when they got those ashes out. And and they were doing like thousands and thousands of cremations a year when the norm for a crematory their size was like 4 to 6 bodies per day.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, and they had like people in the industry talking about it. Like, yeah, we just couldn't figure out how he was doing it because
And, and
I
the
don't
dude
think
who did
anyone
it,
wanted to be like, he just doesn't give a fuck. That's how he's doing it. He just doesn't give a
and
fuck.
from episode one, the dude who did it has zero remorse, even after being jailed multiple times. He's just like, once they're dead, they're not your loved one, so I didn't do anything wrong. Like it's just it's just it's just ashes. Who cares who they are? It's not your loved one anymore once they die, so who gives a fuck? Like the most opposite kind of thought process that a mortician should have.
I wonder if just
Like,
being in that business so long just makes you like that callous around like dead bodies.
I mean, you
It's
have to be
gotta.
desensitized to it, but I think he also yeah, like his family business was undertaken and funeral homes and he ran the crematorium side of the funeral home business that his family like amassed their wealth in. So like he essentially this guy David Sconce did a majority of the scummy shit, but then I don't know, I don't want to spoil it for you, Shuddy, but you'll find
well,
out
no,
that
at the end of episode 2, you find out that the parents were involved in it from the
the
jump. Like,
yeah, the parents
like
aren't fucking like if 10% of the allegations about this guy are true, he's one of the biggest scumbags ever.
He's not porking them, is he?
no, but
No.
he was taking out their gold teeth, melting it down, and selling it. He was selling body parts for medical research. He was selling corneas and other parts of the eye for organ donation.
So let me
Like
ask you
he,
this: like you guys said, he went to jail multiple times. At some point, don't you lose your license to be a mortician?
well, he went to jail for this, and then he's gone to jail multiple times for other
Oh,
infractions since this.
holy Christ!
We haven't
Yeah,
gotten to
like
that point in the we just cracked 1987 in the episode that I'm on.
This guy's a fucking animal.
When they finally get arrested.
Would you guys be bummed out if you were like included in a corpse pile and just burned en masse?
So since I started watching this, every time I walk past Parker's ashes, part of me is like, was the crematorium for the pets doing this nonsense? Like, is this Parker? Or is this just a bunch of random animals that were thrown into an oven?
well, you'll find out in the next episode that what this guy did led to a whole bunch of like monumental changes and like government oversight in the funeral industry. Like before, they were just like, "Oh, I'm sure people will be cool. Like
All
I'm
it
sure
takes,
people
Yeah,
will
it's all
behave."
it takes
like
is one jerk off to fuck everything up for everybody else.
well, and what in the episode that I'm on, it just got found out that he had another funeral home director. He murdered them because they were going to out him for what he was doing. So he poisoned them with oleander at lunch. Like he.
Yeah, dude. And he
How is
would
this
just
guy
like
out and about?
he would just drive around LA and anyone he had beef with, he would like flash his gun and be like, I'll fucking murder you. And like he was like a big supposedly he was like a big dude, former football player. Like the people he had working for him were former football players slash gang members. And he was I mean, it was essentially like it was organized crime effectively.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't like I know it's not your thing, Docuseries aren't your thing, but this one is pretty gnarly and it is like an interesting watch.
When I saw the banner for that on HBO Max, it looked like a scripted series, and I was like, "Oh, that looks like it could be kind of cool." I didn't realize it was a
Yeah.
docu, but I'm sure now that you told Carl about it, it's going to be on in the household.
Carl
Well, don't
should.
you?
I think Carl would definitely enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, don't you go in the other room when she watches her documentaries? Maybe stick in the living room and watch this one with her. You might like
This
Sometimes.
is when he goes and watches the girls doing
it.
cartwheels with painted bikinis. That's
All right, all right, whatever. I'm gonna go watch my Facebook reels.
Now, I'll be busy for 3 hours. Don't text me. Uh, I went to the theater a couple of times,
so. I went to the theater once.
and I think we doubled up on one of them 28 years
We
later,
did. We did.
which
Dude, my brothers went and they said it wasn't a Jeff Clark movie. I'm sure both of you would agree. And
Yeah.
Bill will find a way to say he kind of likes every movie he's ever seen, and he couldn't really get there on this one.
So I went with Mark Rooster, and we walked out of the theater, and as soon as first thing he says to me was, "Well, that was dumb." And I was like, "You didn't like it?" So I had fun. I enjoyed it, but uh probably more to do with the edible I was on than the content of the film because it was at least three different movies like it changed tone at least
Yeah.
three different times. The main kid was fucking insufferable.
oh really? I thought he did a good job.
I fucking hated him. Uh I hated him. Uh and the way it ended was just like what the fuck, like what
Yeah.
like it's
That is the
ends
biggest like tonal jump I think I've ever seen in a movie in the last 90 seconds of it.
yeah, it was 90 seconds and it was
It's like
uh
it's as jarring as if like Roger Rabbit came out of a fucking tree stump and started like hitting himself in the head with a hammer. I was like,
well
what?
it's
Where
like
did this movie come from?
what Mark said about the Megan 2.0 trailer, because I'm sure you've seen that, right? Where she like now
I can't wait for that movie to come out just so I can stop seeing that fucking preview.
okay,
Hold on to
but
your
Mark-
vaginas. Oh, good one, Megan. Hold on to your vagina.
But when the first time when Mark and I saw that trailer when we saw Dangerous Animals, he looked at me and he goes, "That feels like a fight for like sequel number 6, not number 2." And that's how 28 years later ended. Like this is when it's like 28 centuries later and you've run out of things to do. Like you have these fucking wacky ninja tracksuit mafia guys.
Yeah. I mean, wow, spoiler alert, Shuddy. But
Sorry.
I mean, I will say the suspenseful parts, because I got a warning before going into seeing it of, news had already broken about how weird this was. And some people are like, it's a family drama. It's not even like a zombie movie. And I'm like, well, all right. I've seen 28 Days Later, which is almost like 2 movies. Like the last half of the movie with the military guys, it just like kind of comes out of nowhere. And you're like, oh, okay, we're doing this now. But I fucking love it. I think the second one, 28 Weeks Later, I think that one is also awesome. It has like one of the most intense opening scenes of a horror movie I've ever seen. And not as good, but I enjoy the ride of 28 Weeks Later. So I was like, okay, the first 2 are also kind of weird and tonally all over the place. So I was willing and ready to forgive a lot. But I think the decisions that happen once Ray Fiennes shows up are so out of the blue and rushed. I'm like, well, that was without spoiling anything, like that was kind of extreme. I don't know if that was the right decision to be made just then. And they of course have to introduce new things to do with zombies that have been around for 28 years. And like technically it's the rage virus, so you could make the argument that they're not exactly zombies. They don't have to bite you to turn you. Just if any of their goo, blood, saliva, anything gets in any of your open wounds, mouth, eyeballs, or anything, then it transfers to you. But like, I was not expecting naked zombies, and they're essentially all naked.
Yep, Jeff C. Dick, lots of it.
I said to Carl in the car ride home, I'm like, do you think all the zombies were naked because after wearing the same outfit for 28 years, it just disintegrates?
Yes.
And she was like,
that would make sense.
Probably.
That's a fair.
But they also sort of evolve. So there's like 3 different kinds of zombies now. There's these fat, naked slugs that kind of just like inchworm around on the ground and eat worms. There's your traditional 28 weeks, days later zombies that are running and snarling. And then you have the alphas that are giant and super fucking strong and very, very difficult to kill. And the alphas have fucking mega schlongs.
Like, yeah, I heard.
Like,
they're 8-foot alphas with 3-foot dongs.
Just elephant trunk dicks. I was just like, whoa, that's aggressive. That is like big old schlongers. I was just like, that is very distracting because they're running a lot too. So their dong is just like a fire hose, just flapping around all over the place, out of control, bonking the zombie in the face. But I mean, I was on board for a lot of it. And when people started saying like, oh, it's not even like a zombie movie, it's more like a family drama, there was a decent amount of zombie action and stuff happening in it. I was happy with that. I just feel like it sort of fell apart at the end for me. Like a lot of the decisions just didn't make sense, so it kind of took me out of it. And then the ending is just so fucking weird and just like I feel like everybody in the theater was looking around at each other like, did they switch the reel, or are we watching the wrong movie right now? This is so fucking strange.
I mean, it starts off that, but that montage of news clips and stuff when they're walking across the causeway for the first time. It was just fucking bizarre.
Yeah, it was
the whole thing. Like, there were strange decisions made pretty much from the jump.
And essentially, they were saying this whole movie was filmed with iPhones, and I don't know. I saw a shot of the moon in there, so it can't be 100% iPhones. We all know iPhone technology has not gotten to the point where you can take pictures of the moon yet.
Zoom in. I mean, how close can you get?
It never looks right. But I don't know. I am kind of curious to see, because I have a feeling it's only going to get wackier. But they really swung for the fences in this third installment. I still don't understand why they skipped months. Because, like, at the end of 28 weeks later, like, it starts in England. So, like, it's isolated. It's on an island. So, essentially, they just bail. They're like, all right, well, this is a fucking loss. And then 28 weeks later, they're like, all right, it's been long enough where the infected have all starved to death, so we can start repopulating. And some fuckery happens. The virus springs back up. And then the end of the movie tags with the zombies like showing up in France. So it's like, oh, it's sort of like spreading. It's no longer contained. So I kind of was like, all right, well, that means that at some point they can make a 28 months later where maybe the virus has gone worldwide. But I think this is still like, in this story universe, it's still just isolated. Like the rest of the world is just business as usual.
It says that it said in the beginning that they beat it back from the mainland. They fought it off of the mainland.
I don't know how the fuck would they, like, fast zombies that turn people that quick and they don't even have to bite them. they just have to like barf blood in their face. I don't think anybody's pushing that back.
Well, when you have more people and more weapons, it might be easier.
I don't know, man. If that happened in fucking L.A., I give it like 2-3 days before all of North America is just saturated with speed zombies. I don't know. What did you think, Shuddy?
Like I said, I enjoyed myself. So my rating is strictly based on the entirety of the experience. And I'm giving it 2.75 dicks.
Yeah, I'm around 3 gigantic zombie dicks.
Mark
Alpha
Rooster
dicks.
gave it 2.5.
Yeah.
8 years later starts out fine with a family drama. And again, one that I would have liked hearing more about. 3 different films. I didn't read this to get any good quips from it, but
Well, it's there. If anybody follows Mark Rooster.
the kid gets pissed off when he sees his old man going down on another woman behind a bar. A bigger celebration that saw his father spitting more lies than a 2025 White House press briefing. There it is. There's Mark Rooster's quip.
Yeah. It was a weird one. The shooting on the iPhone thing, like, it did look interesting. It had an interesting look to it. And I saw, like, you know, some of the behind the scene photos would have a zombie, and it was almost just like a bend, like an arc of just all iPhones next to each other, like a shitload of them. And they did this thing a lot in the movie where when a zombie got like shot in the head with an arrow, it would do that Matrix freeze and then like and zoom to the side real quick. I don't know what the fuck that shot is called, but they went to that well a lot.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, the everything about it was just odd. Like a very, very strange movie. The score was weird. The soundtrack was weird. But overall, you know, I like zombie movies, so it was worth a viewing. Jeff, you're probably going to hate it, except for all the giant alpha dicks.
Well, my brothers watched it, so I wouldn't have to. I was planning on going to see it tomorrow. Nah. What else is in theaters, though? Maybe I can get to the theater to watch something else.
Well, the other movie I went and saw,
Fandango.
I don't think is going to be up your alley either, because I went and saw the new Pixar movie.
Elio's
Elio.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were shitting on that last night while the Game 7 of the finals were on, and then I saw your story, and I was like, "Oh, Kevin's there."
Kevin's watching
Yeah.
it, so you don't have to, Jeff.
Thanks.
Well,
Thanks,
I like
Kevin.
Pixar movies. They got a really good track record, and Carl's a big fan of them, so we double dipped at AMC this weekend, and it's surprising to me that it's bombing. Like, it's not getting bad reviews. It's just the ticket sales are just in the shitter, and because I haven't really seen any promotion for it really anywhere. I feel like usually when a Pixar movie's coming out, the trailers are inescapable and it's shoved in your face, and it's like they barely promoted this. It doesn't really have a stacked cast. The only 2 famous people in it are Zoe Saldana and Brad Garrett.
From Everyone Loves Raymond.
Yeah. But this one is about some little kid that's obsessed with aliens, and all he wants to be is to get abducted and go into outer space. It's almost like an animated Riley Martin movie. And I mean, I'm a sucker for any outer space shit and alien shit, and I like Pixar movies. And this one was good. It was solid. I feel like it took a minute to sort of get cooking, and I was kind of like, I knew it was about a kid that wants to get abducted, but I'm like, all right, no stories are that simple. There has to be more to it. Like, who is the antagonist? And you don't meet the antagonist for a while of the movie. But once he meets, like, when he gets abducted, he makes this like tiny little slug monster friend, and their friendship is very cute. I enjoyed that a lot. That was when the movie was like Really, really charming, really funny, and you felt like that Pixar magic dust they sprinkle on everything. So I would say the first half was sort of mediocre. The second half of the movie was fucking great. And I don't think it deserves the box office bomb that it's receiving. It's a good movie. There were a bunch of fucking kids in the theater. They all seemed to be having a blast. Carl and I enjoyed it. She liked it even more than I did. But I'll give it like 3.75 dicks. It was fun. It's Pixar, man. I think the only Pixar movies I haven't really been into are the Cars movies. They're Pixar, right? I think. Well, either way.
Yeah, they're definitely, yeah.
Wasn't a big fan of those, but, Elio. Good pizza. Good Pixar movie. I also went to a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle convention.
Fuck yeah, that's what I've been waiting to hear about.
I mean, it wasn't very eventful.
That's surprising.
And I wasn't exactly expecting it to be. When I saw Golden Apple promoting it, and it was a $10 convention. I haven't been to one in a while, and I was just like, I mean, fuck, I love the Turtles. And why not fill up that nostalgia meter of serotonin a little bit? Just $10 entry fee, drive to the valley, see some cool shit. And I knew, like, $10 price tag, you're getting a bitch-ass convention. And it was very scaled down and tiny. I think it was on some soundstage that they rented out for the day, because it was almost just like a mini warehouse with 3 of those industrial garage doors going down it. And people just set up their booths, and they had a handful of artists and writers in the Ninja Turtle world. They always have to crowbar Power Rangers in, too. There were like a couple people that played Power Rangers there, taking pictures and doing signings. But I was never a big Power Ranger guy. The one thing I really wanted to see was I wanted to see some 80s Ninja Turtle shit. Like, I was really hoping somebody would have a table that just had a shitload of the figures, preferably still in their boxes and stuff, and still in the blister packs. And shockingly, that was not the case. It was very, very light on 80s Ninja Turtle toys, which is good, because they probably would have been expensive, and, I wouldn't want to get bummed out seeing somebody like, oh, I fucking want that. But I can't. The one thing I did get, though, Shuddy, remember that comic I got you for your Christmas birthday one year? The Last Ronin?
Yep.
So they put out a sequel to that. And 3 of the people that worked on the book, Tom Waltz, Ben Bishop, and Luis Delgado, were all there. So I got their signatures and got these remarks, these little sketches in it. And that was all I needed. A little bit of cosplay action. They had a couple April O'Neils that looked solid. A couple Casey Jones. 0 turtles.
It's not even that hot out around here, is it? If there's a heat wave across America, and it's like 70, it's going to be a high of 77 degrees this week. Yeah, I was thinking maybe they just didn't want to get in the turtle costume because it's fucking hot.
It was hot in Burbank. It was in the 80s, I think. Which I know is probably not as hot as it was in some places, but...
Dude, there's we just did an article about the heat causing a road in, I don't know where it was, but like the road exploded because the heat, like, I don't know, fucked up the gravel, and like right in front of a car, and a car, like, it was like it turned into a ramp that the car jumped over. Pretty sweet.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn. I bet you that is so obscure that when that guy called his insurance, they're like, "Oh yeah, we don't cover the road exploding. Sorry."
Yeah, we got nothing for you.
When I called the tow truck this morning the guy was like, you might want to check with your insurance and see if they cover this. I was like, well, we could make this take longer and get me all pissed off. But sure, yeah, I'll give them a call, and I'll call you back. And I called my insurance, and of course they don't fucking cover it. I was a little salty about that. Everything else I would say I handled fairly well for being a cranky old man. But yeah, that Ninja Turtle Con was, it was kind of booty cheddar. B.O. guy was there. You know, he never misses a convention. Smelled like a fucking YMCA changing room. Had a fucking nutsack. What's that guy smelled like? But yeah, TurtleCon. I don't know. I thought maybe
How many turtle dicks are you sucking?
3, and that's being generous. But you know, in all honesty, I had low expectations. It's put on by this company that I guess they do these from time to time, and they have a liquor license, so they were selling booze and shit. They had
Fuck yeah, dude.
Ninja Turtle themed cocktails. That was kind of cool. I didn't bother getting any because, you know, old man Kraft. If I have a drink now, I'm going to be sleepy. I did pull a pretty epic fat guy move, though. You guys will be proud of me. They had 2 food trucks in the back. One of them was making
Did you do a bang bang?
fresh pizzas. The other one was smash burgers. So I got both.
A bang bang, baby. I love that.
Yeah. And I got hot honey pepperoni. And it was those good pepperonis that crisp up into cups when they come out of the oven. And then the smash burger, that was wonderful. So what I did was, I know every time that the Turtles ordered pizza in the cartoon, it would always be like anchovies and ice cream, or like peanut butter and olives. They would always get some weird shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm at TurtleCon. This is the most... I can't beat anybody up because I'm a wiener and I don't know Kung Fu. But I can take a bite of my slider, not chew, and then take a bite of the pizza. And then I have hot honey pepperoni smash burger pizza. And it was everything I wanted it to be. I felt like a real fucking G doing that.
You should have wrapped the burger in the pizza.
I should have, but I felt like if I took a bite and then held it in my mouth, like when you take a bite of something hot and you just go, ugh, fuck, and you don't chew it anymore, I could control the pizza to burger ratio and get a nice even distribution. And it worked. It's a very unique situation, but if you ever find yourself in it, I suggest pulling the trigger. It's good. And then I sit around like, wow, why do I have witch tits? Well, you ate a fucking slider burger pizza, you fat bitch.
did a bang bang at a goddamn Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle con.
You wanted to look cool in front of a bunch of virgins, and look where that got you. You went up a cup size.
Now you're going to be de-virginized like them.
Yeah.
Or re-virginized.
How cool do they think you are now that you're lactating? Not so cool now, are you, tough guy? All right. Well, being that today was pretty fucking eventful to the point where we had to record like 5 hours later than we usually do, we'll give you guys a little bit of an abridged version this week. But
yeah, it's only an hour and 45 this week.
Yeah, and I guess you'll have to go to Patreon to hear why we recorded late.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted to get into that, Shuddy.
I don't have a problem getting into it.
Oh.
I figured when it was why we were pushed back, we would get into it.
But I felt partly responsible, so I kind of figured you would jump in if you wanted to share. But what
Well,
happened?
I feel bad because I don't want to tap dance on your Chevy Malibu's grave with my excess.
Oh, Oh, did fucking Moneybags go buy a fucking third car?
I didn't buy a third car. I traded in the Passat and bought a Bronco.
Ooh, look at you, fucking
Whoa.
Kato Kalin.
Going OJ in those hoes. I love that.
I did, in fact, buy a white Bronco.
That's beautiful. I'll be your off Commons.
Yeah, way to commit to a bit, Shuddy. So wait, my car exploding, getting a tow truck, Waymo to pick up a rental car, that all took less time than you getting a car?
Well, you have
So,
as much
no,
money as Shuddy does and as good of a credit as he does. He just
no.
points and takes it.
So what happened was I went and test drove them on Friday and went looking specifically for the Bronco that I ended up bringing home today, but they traded it to another dealership on Friday and had to trade it back, and it didn't come back until this afternoon. So they gave me an appointment at 5:30 to pick it up, and then there was a fucking asshole in the fine F&I office well past his time that didn't get me in there until 6:15, 45 minutes late, because he was there since 11 a.m. and had to finagle his funds in order to purchase his GT Mustang. So he had
Oh,
to call the wife a bunch of
you had to
and
liquidate.
transfer money and go back and forth with the insurance.
Hey, hold on a
And
second. Let me just sell off some of my fart coin. That's at a 7-day high right now. You get maybe $500 for that.
fucking 7 hours, so it pushed me behind.
I love.
But yeah.
Did they give you any shit, Shuddy Boy, for being like, "Damn it, we just traded this car, and now we got to trade to get it back"? I had to trade fucking 7 Ford Escorts and a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card.
So what happened
Daryl
was
Strawberry.
I went in, I test drove one of the ones that they had on the lot. It wasn't nice enough. I was a little bit of a prima donna on some of the amenities it did not have.
What were some of the amenities you wanted but did not get?
The main one was power seats.
Wait, the little levers that you can just like twist and manipulate and
Yes, it had the one where you have to pull up and, like a manual seat.
wow. That's old school. I thought most cars
and it
just
didn't
came
have
with those.
leather, which I would have been fine with if it had the fucking power seat.
Well, no power seat and no leather. That probably saved you a few bucks.
Well, so then the only one on the lot that they had that had a power seat was a Badlands edition, which is the second highest level of Bronco. It was 70 grand.
Oh!
It had something on it called a Sasquatch package for off-roading.
What the fuck?
I was like, I drove it and loved it, but I'm like, I am never going to need half of this.
Excuse me, sir. Can you push the button that sends it into Sasquatch mode?
So when I was like, no, when I was talking with them, the sales manager was like, so the first one didn't have enough. The second one had too much. I go, no, the one that you guys sold, the white one, was perfect. And he said, hold on. And he went over and I heard him on the phone and he goes, that Bronco that we dropped off there yesterday, have you guys sold it? No, I need it back.
So you ended up getting the exact one you wanted.
I ended up getting the exact one I went in to look at. Yes.
So it had the power seats with the fiddlesticks.
Power seats, leather. It's fucking rad. But the situation in the Middle East has really caused my butthole to bucker, based on it being a douche wagon that is going to guzzle the gasoline.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice to make for this political climate, Shuddy.
I wasn't thinking like that. I was thinking for dog transport and getting to and from the mountain in the winter.
I mean, if I'm looking at if my car somehow shit its pants so epically that it's donezo, I'm looking at some used fucking cheap electric bad boys. Get out of this. Get out of fucking, all right, how bad is the Middle East bullshit gonna nuke my wallet now? Be like, now I don't even have a fucking horse in this race. You guys have fun over there. Well, congrats, Shuddy.
Thank you.
Have you named it yet?
I have not named it yet.
You should just name it Kato.
I mean, I was going to say, do I just name it Juice?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
The Juice.
The Juice.
Yeah.
Should I? So it doesn't have.
They named Mark Furman.
It doesn't have a cover on the spare tire on the back at the moment. I could get one and have the Juice airbrushed on it.
I don't know if you want to do that, Shuddy. Actually, yes, you do. You want to do that. Actually, we were talking on last week's Patreon show about debuting some new MSPH merch. Maybe we can get some Jeep spare tire MSPH covers going.
Listen, these things are sick. The roof comes off. The doors come off.
Are they supposed to do that?
Yes, they are. I mean, I haven't done it yet. That was the sales pitch from Dan at Sands Ford of Red Hill.
If I slam the door too hard, the wheels fall off. It's awesome. Is it a 2025, 2026?
It's a 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks.
Dang. No Sasquatch mode, though, huh?
No, I don't need to go rock crawling.
Man, you're going to be really fucking... You're going to feel like a total jerk-off if you find yourself where a Sasquatch is kicking your car's ass. Oh, no!
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, no. That was too much. That was shotgun to a knife fight.
All right, fair enough.
I just need something I can put the snowboards on the roof of and load with gear.
And a cup to catch all of your vomit. Well,
why would I be vomiting in it?
Like you just did 5 seconds ago.
I burped.
I sound like a verp, homie.
Nope, there was no verp. It was just a burp.
That was a chunky-ass burping you got. But, hey, fucking Moneybags Magoo doesn't need your subscription, but old piss-ass Kraft sure could use your patronage. So why don't you come on over? Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. We're getting close to having 400 fucking episodes up there, just of the Patreon show we do every week. Let alone all, 5 seasons and counting of Crafter Jeff Shuddy Edition. If you go up to the $10 tier, you got all the individual shows, the convergence of shows where all 3 of us get together again and do more stuff that's more laser focused and themed. And by the way, I don't mention this as much as I should, but if you find yourself a Patreon curious human being, there are a lot of things you can just purchase on their own. So let's say you don't want to necessarily commit to a full subscription, but you're down to check out, like, man, these guys talk about Crafter Jeff all the time. What the fuck is that? You can just buy an episode of Crafter Jeff. It's a couple dollars cheaper than the subscription price. Everything on the $10 tier has like a little price tag on it, so you can sample stuff without committing to the subscription. Or if you just want to subscribe and get more shit, it's I'm not going to lie to you. It fucking rules. You're going to enjoy it. So check it out. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. I took a video of myself in that goddamn Whimo, so I'm going to put that up tomorrow. Another 60 seconds with Kevin video. But, and Jeff and I are getting together to do another episode of Dragon Ball Queef, which is the anime show that we do, where Jeff is forced to watch the first episode of an anime series and then basically just do a book report on it. So that's coming soon, too. Check it out. Jeff, what do you have cooking in the world of Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark?
Absolutely nothing. The next time we'll be back will probably be the Scottish Open in 3 weeks. Then it'll be the Open Championship the week after. But I'll start doing some NFL preview podcasts maybe after those 2 podcasts. So be out for the next couple of weeks. Either way, subscribe. So the next time I do produce an Outkick Bets podcast, it'll hit your feed.
There you go. Check it out. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
Jeff R. Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. And at John Cooper Movie. Speaking of, if you would like to get one of these posters, one of these beautiful bad boys, just go to etsy.com/shop/John Cooper Movie. Check it out. What else? YouTube. YouTube's there. youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. We keep it SEO friendly, so hook us up with a like, subscribe, and a watch, and a share, and a slap, and a handshake, and, all that shit. And I believe that does it, friends. So thanks for listening. Until next time, something.